My name is Connor. I'm going to walk you through our BSV Hackathon project, TrueReviews. TrueReviews is a review platform powered by Bitcoin that solves the incentive problem that traditional review platforms have. TrueReviews allows users to earn money the more that other users find their reviews helpful, incentivizing high quality and honest reviews for locations, events, and anything else that we support. We actually developed two versions of our application. The first version uses Unwriter's Planaria tool that allows us to store reviews in plain text on the blockchain through the use of MoneyButton. We shortly realized into the hackathon that we wanted to do more with this. We wanted to tokenize the reviews on-chain, and we also wanted to tokenize the locations that were being reviewed. We realized that we could use tokens to build a reputation system inside of our application, but also allow us to integrate rewards for reviewing. First, I'm going to walk you through version 1. So, we can log in with MoneyButton using MoneyButton's OAuth system. Once I'm logged in, I can view reviews all over the world. You can see here in the United States, we already have some reviews that have been created. I'm going to create a new review for a restaurant here in Madison. So I'm going to review the Nutty Bar at an Indonesian restaurant. I can give it a type. I can say, great food here. And I can give it a rating. I can then submit my review using MoneyButton. We can see here that I can view the transaction on-chain, and it's stored here in plain text, along with the Google location ID and the coordinates. If I want, I can now search for this review. And you can see here I could even tip myself. Now, we can also view all the different reviews that have been created. So you can see here Dylan has made some reviews for some breweries down in Raleigh, and I can give him a tip. We quickly realized that version 1 wasn't going to get us where we needed to be. We turned to the Run on Bitcoin platform to allow us to use tokenization to make TrueReviews even more powerful. While we didn't get to fully create a nice functioning UI for version 2, I'm going to just demonstrate with the console how we can power TrueReviews with the tokens created by Run. So, with TrueReviews, we have an owner public key that holds all of the tokens created by TrueReviews. You can see here that we start with a fresh slate, and the address associated with our public key currently has no jigs on the Run platform. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to log in with MoneyButton. So when we log in, you can see that we actually created a new user. So let's go take a look at what happened inside of Run. So you can see here we created a user DB jig. So let's take a look. I created a user database object that has my MoneyButton ID associated with a public key. We're going to go ahead and copy that because it's going to come in handy a little bit later. So back inside of TrueReviews, I'm going to go ahead and submit a new review. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. So you can see here we created a new location jig, we created a new review jig, and we also did a couple of other things. So let's go take a look inside of Run on Bitcoin. So first we're going to go back to that public key that's owned by us, TrueReview. So we still have that user database jig, but we also have this new location jig. Let's take a look. You can see we're storing on-chain a location jig that holds the Google Place ID for the place that I just reviewed. I now need to go back to our public key. And you can see we have an all locations jig. So this references the fact that we've created a location, and then we're going to go ahead and reference the location of the review that was just created. Now, if you remember correctly, we had the user database object that was associated with a public key. We don't actually have a review jig owned by TrueReviews. That's because the review jig is owned by the user that submitted the review. So in our user database object, we associate my money button ID with a public key pair, or with a public key, sorry. So let's go ahead and load that public key. And you can see here we actually have a review jig owned by the public key associated with my money button ID. So we have the review location, which references a jig location, the body of the review, right here, a rating, and then we're also storing that money button user ID as well. Now, inside of TrueReviews, we can see here that we also have a search function available. So if I go ahead and look up the review that I just created, you can see here, I found the location of the review. So we can go ahead and take this here and pop it into run, and we can see here that that review is associated with our location. While we didn't have time to bring versions 1 and 2 together, we've created the foundation for a review platform that's powered by smart objects on the Bitcoin blockchain. This will allow us to solve the incentive problem that plagues traditional review sites. Thank you.